What is up, my brothers and sisters? So, the recent news of this Civil War border crisis thing, I'm hearing all these people say, oh, we praise Texas. Oh, yeah, we're with you, Texas. Oh, no, yeah, screw Biden. We're with you, Texas. We're all for you. You know, talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. You know, if they really stood with because we're still in this alone as far as Texas goes. You know, because you got all these states saying, we side with you, Texas, we're with you. Well, hey, why don't y'all send some of your troops down here? Why don't y'all send some of your supplies, your support? You know, because as far as I'm concerned, we're still in this on our own. Texas is doing this by ourselves. I don't see any of these states supporting us in any other way besides giving us a thumbs up on social media. Or like whatever, you know. And then I'm looking at YouTube and all these people are talking about it, and it's like, yeah, talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. You know why these states aren't sending any of their supplies, their support, their troops, you know, to help us in Texas? Because as far as I'm concerned, we're in this alone. I don't see any of these people sending any of their support, supplies, troops. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. What about New Mexico? What about Arizona? What about California? You know, the border stretches a lot longer than the Texas border. Just to let y'all know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Mexico border, on as far as the United States goes all the way over here. So, like, you know, the spotlight's on Texas because of what's going on. But, you know, as far as New Mexico, not the old Mexico, but the New Mexico, you know, they're probably getting in right over here. They're probably getting in over here. And they're probably waltzing in right over here. What about the Canadian border? There's nobody protecting this area. You don't think people are coming across the Canadian border right now as we speak? There's no security over here. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they all might as well go to Canada because you could just waltz right in through here. Even though New York hasn't sided with us, I'm sure the people agree with the border crisis, right? Like, they're tired of all the support going to these immigrants instead of their schools. You know, that you got immigrants in their schools, their churches. You know, the people are not happy in New York. Even though New York hasn't sided with us, the people that live in New York, I'm sure, are upset about all this. What about Chicago, Illinois? Even though Illinois hasn't sided with us, I'm sure the people are tired of that as well, right? Because they're not getting any health care. They're not getting the food stamps. They're not getting the help they need. No, it's going to the immigrants. So regardless if Illinois has sided with us or New York has sided with us, you don't think the people there agree? You don't think the people there disagree? Right? How do you think the people feel about that? Even though they're not, you know, even though they're not saying, oh, New York supports you, Texas, New York is on your side. Well, even though the governor or whatever hasn't said that, right? Well, how do you think the people feel about it? You know? You can look up YouTube videos. They're not too happy about that. What about Chicago? Yeah, there's a lot of people there saying, oh, well, we're not getting what we need because they're shifting it over to these immigrants, right? So, you know, just, you know, talk is cheap. You know, all these states can say that they back us up, but where are y'all? What are y'all doing to help us? Y'all ain't doing nothing. Talk is cheap. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk.